Hey guys, and welcome back. I hope you're having a good day. So today we're going to be looking at a new watercolour set that I've been working on. So this is a themed set, and it's actually based on my home county and where I currently live, and that is the county of Wiltshire, situated in southwest England. This set features 7 colours, each based on places within the county. Some of the colours and names and places have been picked at random. Some of them there is a meaning behind them, but I'm going to explain that when we take a closer look at each colour. So here is what they all look like, all dried in their pans, and this set will be available soon up in my web store. Keep an eye on your inboxes and on Instagram, and I will mention when they're going to be available. So I'm going to paint each colour out on some cold pressed watercolour paper, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like dried. So I'm going to paint a concentrated swatch of colour at the top of the paper and blend it out with clear water. This will give you an idea of what it looks like in concentration and watered down, and you'll be able to see how the paint moves through the water. So the first colour I'm starting with here is actually a colour called Stonehenge. Stonehenge is based in my county, and it's quite a famous landmark. Most of you probably know it. It wasn't, I believe, built in the county, but it was actually transported here from somewhere else, and it stands in the county. It's actually one of the places I tell people are in the county when they ask where I'm from, because not many people have heard of Wiltshire. So this is the first one on the list, and it's based on Stonehenge. It's a nice grey mixed with PB28 and also PR101, and it does granulate nicely too. So here we are, it's all nice and dry now, and we can take a good look at it, how it looks after the drying shift. And you can see some nice granulation there and a really good, nice strong mass tone. And for me, this really does encapsulate Stonehenge. So the next colour that I'm going to show you is based and named after our only city. There's only one city in the entire county, and that is the city of Salisbury. Salisbury is quite a nice picturesque place to go to. It's a really nice city. It has gotten some worldwide attention a couple of years ago, unfortunately not for pleasant things, so some of you may have already heard of this place. But I'm going to try and focus on the positive, and I've actually based the colour here completely randomly. It has nothing to do with the actual town, and the colour here is PR102. I think the manufacturer calls this Terrapalooza, but for me it's going to be named as Salisbury. So here it is dry, and you can see it's a really nice reddish orange earth colour. It's a really nice colour actually. I really like this one, which I was a little bit surprised about. So moving on to the next colour now. And that colour is actually going to be Bradford on Avon. So Bradford on Avon is a little bit weird within the county. It doesn't quite fit the rest of the county. Its buildings are made with a nice sandy yellow brick colour, which is what I based the colour off of. This is a yellow ochre with some gold mica. Most buildings this kind of colour tend to usually be based in Somerset, which is the county next door. This is one of the reasons why I decided to include it in this set, because the colour is unusual for the county and it makes a nice change. Bradford on Avon has a really nice canal running through the middle of it, and it's a really nice walk if you ever get to go. I really do recommend visiting it if you are in the county. And here is what it looks like dry. I'm going to rock it back and forth so you can see the shimmer in the light. It's not super heavily pigmented with mica, so it's not going to be overwhelmed. Some mica pigments can really take over the paint. So next on our list is probably the most well-known place in the county. Most people, when they hear Wiltshire, probably think of this town, and this colour is Swindon. Swindon is a very large town based within the county. It's kind of on the brink of becoming a city, and it probably is the unofficial capital of the county, even though the official capital is Salisbury because it's the city. I based this colour off of a yellow and red mix, so they're split into the pan. I'm going to show you the pan in just a second. There's yellow and red paint swirled together in the half pan, which is the colours of their town flag and football team. Swindon has quite an unsavoury reputation sometimes, but there are some nice things that have happened here. Actress Billie Piper was born there, and as well Melinda Messenger, if anybody knows who that is. But yeah, this tends to be the cultural hub of the county. A lot of people go there for cultural things. It's got quite a large different communities, so a lot of people do tend to gravitate towards it within the county, even if it's not so picturesque like a lot of the towns on this list. It's also probably the place in the county with the most affordable homes and the best transport links to other big cities in the area. But enough about Swindon, and let's move on to our next colour, which is the town of Melksham. Melksham is quite a small town within the county. It's a bit of an up-and-coming town. There's not a whole lot there, but it is a very nice town. It's very okay. There's nothing really wrong with Melksham, but at the same time there's nothing really too exciting about it. But I really do enjoy this town. I visit it quite regularly. My other half is from Melksham and actually chose the colour for the town. So this is PB36 mixed with gold mica. This one was quite a difficult one to capture because in wet here on the paper you can't really tell the true colour. You get to see what it's really like when it's dry, and I shimmer it in the light. And this one is also quite a popular colour. My Patreons have had a chance to try some of these colours through their monthly dot card rewards, and I would probably say this is one that's got the most favourable reviews and most reaction from them. So this is one to keep an eye out for. So here we go, this is it dried now, and you can see what I mean about that shimmer. It's got quite a nice dark bluish green back undertone to it, but when it shimmers in the light you really see the gold, and the two go really well together. I really like this colour as well. I would say it's probably one of my personal favourites from the set. So moving on to the next colour, and this colour is actually a re-release. This is the colour of Marlborough Orange. I made this before a few years ago. I've not really made it since, but I thought I'd bring it back. So there is a personal story when it comes to Marlborough Orange and the colour choice behind it. Every year Marlborough hold a big street festival or carnival. They close off the main high street and the carnival moves in. So they've got things like fairground rides, things like cotton candy stores, things like duck fishing, and it's just a really nice atmosphere and a really nice event to go to. It's normally always based in October. It's been running for about 800 years or so, give or take, and I based the colour orange because it is based in October. All the local businesses and the supermarkets are decorated for Halloween, so there's a lot of pumpkins around, which is where the colour orange comes from. Whenever I think of Marlborough, I always think of orange because of the big street carnival and all the pumpkins. So let's take a look at this one dried, because it does look a little bit different dry. It is one of the few granulating orange pigments out there, so it does have a really interesting look to it. It's also quite a nice bright yellowy orange, which is quite nice too. It's a bit of an unusual colour. So moving on now to the last colour of the bunch, and this is based off the village of Laycock. So at first glance, Laycock seems to be a bit of an odd choice to include in this set, but there is a reason behind it. It might only be a small village, but most of you have probably seen a very small slice of it. There is an abbey based in Laycock that is a filming location for many of the scenes from the Harry Potter film series. The location was definitely used in the first and second film for things like the courtyard, the corridors of Hogwarts, the classroom of Professor Quirrell, Professor Snape, Dumbledore's office entrance where the Griffin turns. That is all based in Laycock Abbey. I don't know if they used the filming locations there for the remainder of the series. They may have rebuilt the sets, but definitely the first two films feature locations from Laycock. So, seeing as it's based on a magical film series, I thought I wanted to create a magical colour to go with it. So this has got PB33 and PB15 mixed together with a blue mica, so it should sparkle, and you're going to see that in a moment when I flash it in the light. There's a nice gentle shimmer to it. It's not too intense again, it's nice and subtle, and I also really like this colour. It's a really nice violet colour, and I think it's quite unique. So there we go, that is all 7 colours looked at, and this is the Wiltshire set. I hope you guys enjoyed taking a closer look at my county and where I'm from and looking at these colours, and I hope you guys are looking forward to getting some when they're released. So make sure you do keep an eye out on my pages and on your mailbox if you're signed up to my newsletter. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below any thoughts or comments, and I will see you in the next video. Take care everybody, and bye bye.